Hey there, Charles. How are you doing today?
Oh, hi, man. It's a pleasure to be back on the Great Lee Gersman show. And
Right on.
it's always a pleasure. And we'll see if the review's a pleasure today. I mean, it's something I said we should probably try to do.
Yeah.
So, and even asked if it was copacetic. See, I earned my space on the couch here, folks. I have a
Yeah.
few big words in my Rolodex there.
Yeah.
But let's announce to the folks what we got today.
We've got Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks. And
Yeah.
before you say anything, I want to say quickly, when that album came out, the only song at that time that I had heard was, well, I'll tell you when we get to it, but it was one particular song that was on the jukebox at Foster's Freeze, and I used to play it a lot, you know? So it was one of those jukebox favorites of mine.
All right.
Okay? Yeah.
Well, as we did the freewheeling Bob Dylan
Yep.
on this channel, and I admitted at the time I was one of those people that used to have a preconceived notion of Mr. Dylan, and
Yep.
I was set straight with that review.
Yeah.
So
And-
it'll be interesting if I got set more straight on this one, or maybe I was right.
Well, what I'm going to say is that with him, I found that if people go into him cold or close to cold like you, they might be set a certain way 10 different times. You know? Because there's so many, to a point, so many types of stuff that he's done. There's a few that maybe not now, but later, when you're more ready to get ill, I'll pick one of those. But right now, this is not the time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to admit, I picked. Well, it was between this and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think you'd be ready for that one, so I thought.
Yeah.
See, it works both ways.
Yeah, I actually did do. I did review this album before a long time ago on my own, or I thought I did, or I heard it, and I finally actually did have a copy, but years and years later. So it was one of those albums that I had wanted to get and didn't, but I knew very well one song. Anyway, what else were you going to say?
Well, the only other thing was I basically picked this because it's referenced in an Oasis song in their lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Blood on the tracks, and they must be mine. The fool on the hill, and I feel fine. One of those Oasis songs Lee likes that we won't remind them today on the channel.
I haven't been drinking yet, so I'm not in a growly mood yet.
We might want to force him to that. But other than that, this came out, and I do know this came out in '75. I'd have been one, and I wasn't listening to music yet. I wasn't on the Lee train.
Oh.
Listening in the womb, so I didn't hear this at the time, obviously. Yeah. And as I said before on the freewheeling, I was kind of a preconceived notions about Bob Dylan. I was proven wrong, and I might or not be here, but I'm ready to get into it.
Okay, sure. Who wants to start?
I can go, I guess. Why
okay,
not?
Sure. What do you think of the first song, "Tangled Up in Blue"?
Well, one thing I'm struck by here is the tunefulness of the track. And I'm a big fan of the acoustic work on this. Vocally, perhaps a bit more stereotypical and rabbit ears Dylan here, but it works just fine in context. Musically, this is as good as anything I've heard from the Beatles. And as I said before on Freewheeling, I should wash my mouth out with soap for not giving Dylan and the hype, because it isn't hype. This is a well-written and performed song. This is as good of a song as I've ever heard, I might add. This is a great opening track, and I'm looking forward to more at this point.
Huh. Okay, well, my opinion is different, not necessarily opposed to yours. I said the music to this is minimal, so there's not much to comment there, but it's the lyrics that are important and carry the song along like a storyteller with a guitar strumming while the storyteller speaks. And it does work, and I like the song. So I might be critiquing the songs more because of the lyrics. But that isn't a bad thing because he's my favorite lyricist in all of rock. Okay. Now for Simple Twist of Fate. This one is good too and a little more musical. The lyrics to me were a little more surreal, but that's fine. I might like the first song a little bit better, but this isn't something I'd skip. I still enjoy it. What do you think?
The descending guitar work is great. I heard a little tip of the hat to Can't Take My Eyes Off You from the Four Seasons in parts. Which it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, what does bother me is how do you follow up the awesome opener with perhaps a better track than the opener?
Huh.
Well, I can't actually say which one I like better, which is frustrating. I mean, go out of hell with it. They both kick ass. There, I said it. This is phenomenally good. Like, it should make songwriters get a little tear in their eye. This is excellent tracks, about all you can say about it.
Oh, wow. Okay. What do you think of You're a Big Girl Now?
This one surprised me a little bit. It almost has a slight Latin type feel to it, but very slightly. Nothing over. Also, you can hear maybe a little Rolling Stones influence on this. It reminds me of some of their work at the time, but better written and performed. The co-producer on this album with Dylan is Phil Ramone, and he does a wonderful job on this. Thus far, it sounds timeless and fresh, which should be anyone's goal. Dylan always stated that this album wasn't about his crumbling marriage at the time. I read about this, and it seems hard to believe otherwise. It's a song about heartbreak and breakup. Another fantastic track. There's just no other way around it. You're a big girl now, Lee.
Yeah, right on. This is probably so far the best song musically on it, because it's a little more than minimal and it fits the words, which I think are pretty good too. This is a sleeper song, but maybe one of the better songs on the album. Okay, now for Idiot Wind. Alright, the words are interesting and kind of sassy and bratty, but it didn't really entertain me too much. I thought this was more like a throwaway meant for its naughty bratty pouting, but he's done much better. Musically, it was like the group The Band, but not really that great. What do you think?
Features Dylan on Hammond organ, and not sure if I'd call him a great keyboardist, but it works on the track. Idiot Wind, blowing every time you open your mouth. See, what a great set of lyrics. Now I'm more of a punk fan than a prog fan, so I like Snotty.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm also not, sure about anyone else who wrote songs like this. It's undeniably him. It's yet another fantastic song. I have yet to hear him write a bad song. We haven't got to those albums yet, I supposedly. Now, I will say the songs have been on the long side, but for me, I really didn't want it to end. I thought it was fantastic. Idiot Wind.
Okay. No offense, but your comment made me want to perhaps push up the time when we get to one of those other albums. Like,
no problem.
Like in 5 minutes. But no, I'll wait a little while. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think of "You're Gonna Make Me Lonesome When You Go"?
Well, you get that iconic Dylan harmonica work, and this one is about the most Dylan so far, like the whole song. Just the guitar, bass, Dylan singing with some harmonica as well. More heartbreak here, but written in that poetic style that seems to be the hallmark of this phenom. And he is. Just a short little ditty, shortest on the album at this point, but yet perfection here again.
All right. I put, this might be one of the best songs on the album. The music is more musical and the words are nice too. This is more of the type of song I like of him from this time period. Okay. Now for Meet Me in the Morning. This could be the best song on the album. It's a cool blues number with good music to it, and the words are cool too. Maybe not his most profound words, but they work for me, and I like them. So that's all that matters. This is quite a good song. What do you think?
The pedal steel is the right choice here, and it's just right at this point of the album. It's a country influenced blues track to my ears, and some damn fine country influenced blues, I might add. Dylan sings this really, really well too. One that people, it's one that people that only hear one style from Dylan should hear. For me, this is a revelation. No bad tracks at all at this point. This could be one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life at this point.
Oh.
And this track is no different. So, loved it. Meet Me in the Morning.
Right on. What do you think of Lily, Rosemary, and the Jack of Hearts?
Well, I read that this is considered an epic ballad, and I don't hear that so much unless it's just a narrative of the lyrical content. This is another country-inspired type song, got a bit of a hoedown beat to it. Honestly, this one didn't quite inspire me personally as the others I've heard. But the lyric and the full story of the song is what would inspire. Musically, it's just not really my cup of tea. So I guess we found one I'm not a massive fan of. But I do like the story of the song in the song.
Oh,
if that
okay.
makes any sense.
Yeah.
Just don't like that hoedown feel.
Yeah, well, it's the song that I used to play on the jukebox when I was a kid.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And it still sounds good. But anyway, this would be considered sort of the epic song on the album, but if someone follows the lyrics while it's playing, it doesn't sound as long. It's still a good song with a minimal but entertaining song structure and lively beat, and it's pretty cool. So, the next song is If You See Her, Say Hello. Okay. This is one of the more musical songs on here, and I like it. The melody is cool, and it makes me think of Leonard Cohen could have benefited from writing something like this. It's right on. What do you think?
I hear a little bit more Stones again here, but this would be like Brian Jones era Stones, more than the Mick Taylor days.
Yeah,
and complete with the mandolin. So
the better,
the
better period. But go on.
Says you, but just like I'm sure Dylan, I know he wasn't above utilizing influences from all around here. He took from the Four Seasons on the other one. This one is way more like it for me than sorry, Lee, the overtly long William Rosemary, Jack Hart song. It's just the style of the track that I prefer. This is Back in the Zone from Dylan that I dig right here. Another strong song. And I shouldn't be surprised at this point that I'm not in the album, so.
Yeah, I will tell you, I do understand how you feel, because some people, when they hear Lily Rosemary and the Jack of Hearts, they might think, okay, we watched this movie of this donkey walking in place on a treadmill for a couple hours. Is it gonna finish soon? So I understand.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, what do you think of the last song, "Shelter from the Storm"?
I got it as next to last song, but that's okay. Because I got Buckets of Rain last.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Buckets of Rain is on the next page. I'm sorry. You're right.
Oh, no problem.
All right. What do you think of it?
Well, this one is just Dylan and a bassist again. Dylan on that acoustic, and we get some more harmonica. It's inspiring enough to want to attempt to learn how to play a harmonica. This is the main thing I get from this. If you can play some chords on an instrument, on any kind of instrument, it's inspiring. It makes you want to create. And this is what this is: pure American art. Beautiful track. One of the better ones on here to my ears. Shelter from the Storm.
Okay. I put the lyrics to this were more interesting than the music, but not by a huge degree, because I like the music too. But this was mostly about the lyrics, which I think are pretty good. It's one of the better tracks lyrically. Okay, now the last song, Buckets of Rain. The words were sort of sad, but for me they were okay, and the music was pretty good. I think it was a fine song to close the album. What do you think?
More fantastic playing on the guitar, more great lyrics. I'll keep this one pretty short. Big Shock, it kicks a lot of ass. The album, 10 tracks, a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Even the long one about Jacks of Spades or whatever that was. I don't need any convincing on Mr. Dylan. Fantastic artist through and through. 2 for 2 so far on Bob Dylan, Lee.
Right on. And there's another label that he's done stuff on where instead of getting the roast beef sandwich with lettuce and Swiss cheese, he kind of puts on a little bit of chocolate pudding and turkey stuffing on eggplant. But anyway, so
that might be good.
Maybe, but I mean, there's
how about a Reuben made in Alabama?
It's
probably not as good as Manhattan.
Yeah, but yeah. One of the albums or a couple of them might resemble that, but with Vienna sausage instead of pastrami. So
can we at least get the one I call them Viennas. Do you get the Vienna with the hot sauce at least, or just the regular ones?
Pure water for sauce.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So there is some bad Bob Dylan. Oh no.
Not for me. But well, bad isn't really the word. It's more like very, very, I understand someone doing that as a joke, but to release it? Kind of.
Okay, but he's your favorite lyricist of all time.
Yeah.
Over anybody on the planet.
In rock. But yeah, in the world, probably either number 1 or 2.
Okay, so just overall, out of curiosity, because we're gonna have to do this soon. This artist, if you stacked Bob Dylan against Neil Young, who do you take?
For lyrics, Neil. No, I mean Bob.
Yeah.
Musically, Neil, even though Neil also disappoints me more.
Oh. Yeah.
In some ways. But at least some of his songs are actually musical. They're crappy music, but at least they're musical. Whereas Dylan might just do one chord, but I'd rather hear it over Neil. So maybe I'll pick Bob. I'll say I've had more albums by Neil than Bob, but maybe they're both about as good. How about that?
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm like I said, I feel completely like a horse's patoot about Bob Dylan. I'm sorry, Mr. Dylan. So far, what I've heard, I really enjoy. So keep up with work. I don't think he really does anything anymore, but just stay alive
Yeah.
for us. And I've enjoyed it, and I was wrong about you in the past. Even though I never really trashed you or anything, I just didn't listen. But I've been proven wrong, and I look forward to more, even the quote-unquote crappy shit. Because every group's got some crappy shit.
Yeah, and
any artist.
And it's possible that before I do
might
that,
like it.
but that before I do that, I might actually give you an album that to me is even way better than this.
Wow.
There's
because I like this better than the Freewheeling.
Oh,
I did. And I love the Freewheeling.
I would say the Freewheeling was the one that took me a while to like, but it's probably the best of the early period. This is probably the best of the period where he also did some stuff that's not so great. But this qualifies as one of the better albums. But then
rave reviews.
And then he did one album which was I think fantastic.
Christian album?
I wasn't even thinking that.
We should.
Okay, I had one of them, but
yeah, why not?
I might as well dredge that one back up. But
it makes me wonder. Maybe I was wrong about the band, Lee. Maybe I was wrong. I always thought the band was boring. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you think?
No, you're not wrong. Well, they do have one good album. And then they also have another album where the first 10 seconds will make you think that they're as good as Dylan, but then the rest of the album you won't think that.
No. Well, maybe I was right about that thought. I don't know.
But Dylan has, well, there's two albums of his that I would consider to be my very favorite, but then there's also another album which is possibly even better, and then there's another album which, even though it's not necessarily his greatest, it's a significant album and iconic for a certain reason, so it might be good to do that one too.
There you go, folks.
All right.
We're turning into a Bob Dylan fest here in the Lee Gerstmann Show, but either way, we basically agree, except for one song. And I tell you what, the Jack of Spades or whatever that is, I probably would like it more. That's more of like a grower.
That one is probably you'd probably rather hear that than to pick a long Jethro Tull tune.
Well, I'd rather pick a long the Proclaimers song or something.
Okay.
Pick something.
I get ya.
Yeah, or
yeah.
The Mascara Sue remix album.
Oh.
Heard it's coming out. Plenty of bass remix.
I'll have to search in the dollar bin for it, because that's where I found it.
In the Shags tribute, the Metal Years.
Actually, there's one group of people who are like, I think they're Dutch, but they live in Wisconsin or something, and they did a whole album of, or a lot of the Shags songs, but they fixed them and made them sound like real music.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
And it's good.
My Pal Foot.
The way they do it,
we love that one.
They actually they make it sound like they found the song was broken and they knew how to put it back together.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to check it out.
They're kind of like the human Suno for the Shags.
No, because there is a certain kind of charm to the shitty Shags doing My Pal Foot Foot.
It's
There's
only
just a certain charm.
it's only because I know what it is. You know, it's like if I go in the bathroom and do something, I know what's going to be in the bowl, but I don't want it served in a restaurant. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
That would make Vienna sausage and water on a pastrami.
Yeah.
Tastes great.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
okay.
We're still here too, Dylan. Stand by down the road someday for some shitty Dylan, apparently. But right now, I'm a convert on Bob Dylan, and I gotta thank myself. I'm the one that picked these albums.
Okay. I might pick one of the not good ones.
I'm gonna let him pick the next one. Yeah.
I mean, personally, I like it. Except there's one song that is but other than that one song, which I'll see if I can stay awake to hear the whole thing. Other than that, I actually really like it, even though Dylan was horribly angry that it got released, because the record company released it when he didn't want it done. Anyway, okay.
Anyway, thanks for having me back, Lee.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.